Welcome back to the Super Podcast. Today is Friday, November the 21st. We're back from the podcast.
We're back together, doing our thing, talking sports, being dumb. Maybe getting a few arguments here or there. That's like, part of the whole deal. But we're here for it. So, you weren't here this past Tuesday, but I think you were. We did do one together last week, didn't we?
Yeah.
So, that's how we roll. We do the solo Tuesdays now. I think it's becoming more of a thing unless Jace says, hey, I'm ready, I can go. And then Fridays usually the ones we try to get together and do our thing. So we're here, we're doing it, and there's not much else to talk about. So let's go ahead and get into things. Baseball, nothing. Basketball, nothing. Wemby's still a monster, though, so that's a biggie. LeBron's apparently back, so
did well. I think they were going over like percentages of who had the ball. LeBron only had the ball like 13% of the time.
Yeah,
which they think everybody's saying that's probably okay for now, but come later in the year,
he's gonna get more and more frustrated
with that.
Yeah.
But the offense running through Luka looked pretty good.
Again, that's always what it was going to be at some point, right? I think the only problem is that when you're looking at LeBron, when you get to being an athlete of his stature, you have an ego, right? You have an ego that says, hey, even at 40 years old, I'm still good enough to be the best player on this team. Even though I truly believe LeBron's a smart enough and self-aware enough basketball player to understand that Luka is a better basketball player than him as of right now, at least offensively. But the offense should run through him. But the longer that this goes, the more LeBron starts coming back from his injury, because he didn't really play for the start of the season up until like the last week or so. He's going to start having this thought in his brain. He's like, hey, I'm still LeBron. I'm LeBron, right? So he's going to start getting frustrated in that fact. And heck, there's already been stories and stuff about him and the Lakers aren't necessarily being on equal terms when it comes to what they're doing and what they see the future as. But again, that was going to happen once they traded for Luka. Like, Luka was going to become the primary person that everybody was going to revolve around. So I think LeBron has to get used to the idea that he's not the sun that every planet revolves around. In that organization, it is Luka. Actually, I will make the claim that the NBA as a whole probably values LeBron more than the Lakers do.
Yeah.
Like when it comes to like storyline, like what they are, personality, all of that. I obviously, I think the NBA probably props him up on a higher pedestal than the Lakers do right now, because guess what? There's Luka. And that's the guy we have to like be in a relationship with for the long term. So obviously he will kind of take up a lot of the oxygen in the room. And the question is that are they going to do enough winning for LeBron to care? Because if they do enough winning, LeBron won't care about it. He's like, hey, I want to try to win another championship. That's the main goal. And even if I have to eat a little bit of crap right now with Luka being the number one guy, I can take it as long as in my long-term, what's the word I'm looking for? Career accomplishments. It includes a championship. But if they start to get to a point where they're not winning and LeBron's not being favored in the organization, there will be an issue, because that's just how LeBron works. So, but yeah, that's about it I have on basketball. I really don't have anything else. I've been doing a few basketball bets, but like they've been doing terribly for me, so I'm not very happy.
You should see the guys I work with there. I'm talking, we're driving around, they're listening to sports betting podcasts, and I'm like, whoa.
I don't go that far. I do sports betting when it comes to like football. Listen to some guys that do it.
Up props for like $10K.
See, I'm not doing that.
That's crazy to me.
Most I'm doing is listen to Fonzo's friend Troy. He is like really into NBA prop bets and stuff. So he'll send Fonzo some, and then Fonzo send them to me. And I've been going with him. He's like 1 for like 5 since we started tailing him. Again, that's not terrible but he's putting up plus 300. Like, he's not putting up plus 1,000 bets, so he's not doing anything crazy.
That's normal bets.
They're
missing by a couple points.
Yes, here it's like 2 times we missed it. It's like a 6-leg parlay. We've only missed it by 1 leg, and that person missed it by like a few rebounds or 4 points. It's like it's been a little bit annoying, but again, it makes me more annoyed than when I lose football bets. I'm like, oh, I know I did that. Like when I'm listening to somebody else, it's like, oh, that sucks. I'm tailing somebody and they're not getting me any wins. So
you're telling me, fucking Kyle Pitts, my bitch.
You're going to rely on that for like the rest of time, but I do give out actual winners.
To who?
Like, you stopped betting for the most part.
Because every bet you gave me fucking lost.
Yeah, you did it for a few weeks, and then you're like, I'm done. And I'm like, okay,
because
fine.
every bet you gave me fucking lost.
I get it.
For like a 3-4 week span, every
Yes.
Saturday and Sunday, you gave me a bet. Them bitches lost.
I'm very aware.
And I'm sitting here like, I'm just losing money.
How do you think I feel?
Like a dumbass.
I'm losing my money along with you.
You know what's the best way to not lose money? Don't gamble.
Nope, that's a little too much for me. I can't go. I can't. It's a
easy.
skosh too far, and I like gambling. It's fun. I'm not ruining my life with it, so I'm gonna have a little fun, do my thing. You know. That's all I got. And heck, our younger brother Braylon is always on me. He's like, "It's a problem, Joe. It's a problem." Like, no, it's not. It is not a problem until you are like every little. What do you mean? Don't look at me that way. Come on, don't do that. What?
Okay.
Don't do this.
We're saying, sound
Don't-
like a recovering alcoholic. It's not a problem if the bottle's empty.
No, I've never let it get to a point where it consumes my life. It doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fun thing,
Yeah.
and I have fun doing it.
Yep.
And then when football season's over, my about betting like goes down precipitously
Whatever. Why are you trying to defend it, man?
because you're looking at me as if this is like an AA meeting. I'm waiting for people to pop out of the closet. But no, it's not the case. Okay, God.
You mean an intervention, but yeah, that's not how an AA meeting works.
AA meeting does. It's not as Alcoholics Anonymous, but there is betting versions of that.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time when they talk about sports betting. It's that real long.
Yeah, there's a
segment.
number
They
to call.
Call this number.
Problem gambling? They give you this like really long number to call.
Yeah.
1-800-GAMBLER. So yeah, that's not me. I'm good. I'm in a good spot. All right. Gosh. All right. Can we talk about sports now?
We are.
Not really. This started to feel like an interrogation. I didn't like that.
Legit have only said a couple of things, and you took it to heart.
Yeah, but it's the eyes. It's
which
you know
makes
what you
me
did with
think-
your eyes.
which makes me think
You know what
have
you
a
did.
sports betting problem.
I don't have a sports betting problem. Gosh, I hate you. You know what you just did there. You know you just threw me into the fire a little bit. I hate you. All right, college football. Before I get to the games coming up this weekend, can I ask you a question? Because I know college football is where you usually kind of like glaze over and stop listening and play on your phone. But I need to ask you a specific question, okay? This is in regards to the college football playoff rankings that happened last week. And there's a specific problem that is starting to arise that is make everybody go crazy, all right? So since Alabama lost, they were at 4, they dropped down to 10, okay? And here's where Miami is at 13 and Notre Dame is at 9, okay? This is like the two spots because these two teams specifically played each other at the beginning of the season, right? Mm-hmm. Miami won the game. They looked a lot better. They kind of dominated the game even though the score was close, okay? And the problem is that once these last 2 weeks happen and then you have the championship weekend, you're going to have a problem with Notre Dame, who plays nobody for the next 2 weeks. I think they play Notre Dame and somebody else. I think Cal or something like that. Sorry, they play like Cal and Stanford, I think. And then Miami, they both have the same record, by the way. They're both 8-2. Miami has had 2 bad losses to ACC teams, and because of that, they have a real shot of like not making the ACC championship game at all. Okay, it's almost guaranteed unless a lot of crazy things happen in front of them. Now it's becoming an issue because Notre Dame and Miami have played each other. Now everybody's going crazy about the on-field game should matter when it comes to the rankings and all of that. And because how things are going, Notre Dame might keep falling and Miami might just stay where they're at, and they're both going to be around the 9, 10, 11, 12 line. And these rankings don't even include the Group of 5 team because the Group of 5 champion.
Group of 4.
It's Group of 5 because they're outside the top 4. It's like the JMUs, like those. It's like the highest ranked
My bad.
conference.
I heard Power 5.
I said Group of 5.
Okay. There's 5 conferences still?
No, they're still called the Group of 5.
Okay. Yeah, there's only 4 numbers.
Of the Group of 5? No, there's the Conference USA. There's the Sun Belt.
Oh.
There's
No. I was thinking SEC.
no.
Big
No.
Ten, those guys.
No, I'm talking about the group
the
of 5.
small ones. Okay.
Yeah. So the group of 5 champion is going to be in the top 12 because they're given that right of being in the top 12 no matter what, even though they probably don't deserve it. And as of right now, the highest ranked group of 5 team is looking like Tulane right now.
That's not a
And
bad
Tulane has 2 losses.
Tulane's not a bad school, though.
But people are having an issue because Tulane is, as they're ranked right now, is a 24th ranked team, and they're going to be given a top 12 spot because they're going to be the group of 5 champion. So people are having an issue because they don't have to play the same teams as everybody else, and they get to just be given a spot in the top 12 when there's many teams that are ranked above them that are looked at as better teams, and that's a whole thing. But past that point. So it might come to a point where the question is, will Miami or Notre Dame deserve to be in the playoff more between the two? So my question to you is what do you value more? Who was the better team when they played at the beginning? I'm sorry, who's the better team as of right now? Or the on-field performance where they played each other on the same field at the beginning of the season? What would you value more?
The on-field performance.
Like when they played each other? Or are you talking about where they are right now?
Where they are right now.
Because they played at the beginning of the season. That's where the question becomes, is because everybody that says that they go with who's the better team right now, because Notre Dame's the better team. Yeah. And again, the 2 teams that they played, the best teams they played, they lost to. They lost to Miami and they lost to Texas A&M. Texas A&M is a top 2 team right now. They're number 3 in the actual college football playoff ranking right now, and they lost to Miami. Miami's losses were to Louisville and who else they lose to? Sorry, it was 2 bad losses. Louisville and SMU, 2 teams they should not have lost to. And as of right now, Notre Dame's the better team. They've played a lot better. They've looked a lot more dominant, but they aren't playing the same. I'm not going to say aren't playing the same caliber of team because they're usually playing pretty similar. But then people are going to whine about the on-field performance, so the game should matter. And I'm just sitting here like, there's different ways to skin a cat. And the way I think of it is that the team they are right now should probably matter more. And that'll only lead to, I don't know. I only wanted to ask this question because usually when it comes to the stuff like this, when it comes to like philosophical things, you and I usually tend to be on different sides of the arguments when it comes to.
I would like to the team they are right now. I don't think Notre Dame deserves a fucking spot anyway.
I don't think so either. The 2 teams they lost to are the teams that those are the 2 best teams that they faced. And as of right now, Notre Dame's best win is against number 20 USC.
See, that shit. I don't know.
That's their best win.
I guess it just pisses me off that you get to play basically whoever the fuck you want, and then you just get a spot.
Oh, you're telling me, and they automatically do not have a chance to play in any conference championship game because they won't join a conference.
Yeah, so it's like, what the fuck? I feel like we're getting to a point where we're going to have to look at Notre Dame and be like, hey, you got to join the conference.
You have to join somebody. Join the Big Ten, join the ACC, join the SEC. Like, join somebody.
They probably should have joined the Big Ten fucking
Probably. It makes
fortnight
sense.
ago, dude.
It makes sense.
God damn,
they should have done
joined
it.
the Big Ten forever ago now.
And it's just, I think if Notre Dame finds a way to not be in this playoff because Miami gets jumped over them, I think that might be the last straw for Notre Dame to where they actually might have to make that decision, because I just don't think Notre Dame can look at their fans.
Who am I kidding? They're doing the fucking ACC.
But the ACC is not guaranteed to last long term because their best teams are looking to leave.
That's the thing. They don't. I feel like Notre Dame will bitch out and try to join a.
Oh no, I totally agree. I totally agree with that. But I just don't think Notre Dame can look at the school can look at their fans and say, hey, we're going to keep letting stuff like this happen because we have no chance of playing in a conference championship game like everybody else.
So you don't get an automatic buy-in.
So you get an automatic buy, and then next thing you know, Notre Dame's you're hoping for the 12 committee members to value you enough to put you in the playoff, even if you don't necessarily have the best resume. I don't know.
What you don't.
They don't. Again, they've played nobodies all year except for the 2 teams they lost to. And they're going to be in the playoff. I've been saying all year, as long as Notre Dame is 10-2, it's going to be very hard for the committee to look at a brand like Notre Dame and keep them out of the playoff. But if it comes down to either them or Miami, it's going to be a question. And I think Notre Dame should probably be in because they're the better team. But if the committee makes a different decision and decides to say, hey, we want to value the on-field performance that they had at the beginning of the year when Notre Dame had a true sophomore quarterback that never started a game before. Like, if they make one decision, it could technically change. It could really change like what Notre Dame does long term. But it's just a weird question. I'm not gonna lie to you. And it does make me happy about these rankings though. Texas being so low now, them being at 17. The only question is with them is that if they beat Texas A&M at the end of the year, everybody's like, oh, should Texas still be in the should they be able to get back into the playoff if they beat Texas A&M at the end of the season? And I'm like, they're at 17. They have 3 losses. They don't deserve to be in. They don't. Especially with some of the wins they had. They had to beat Mississippi State in overtime, and they had to beat Kentucky in overtime.
Not good wins.
Some really bad wins. Even though they're wins, they're bad wins. So I just don't think they deserve to be in, even if they got that upset victory over A&M at the not this coming weekend, but next weekend. But yeah, that's the question I had to ask you about the rankings, because I thought it was a decent philosophical question about the what they did on the field rather than what they are as teams right now. It's more like the eye test type of thing. All right, that's all I had on that. Let's get to the games that are happening this weekend. Not that many, but we'll just kind of run through them. Rutgers going to Ohio State. I'm only mentioning this game because Ohio State's probably going to be without both Carnell Tate and Jeremiah Smith because they've been dealing with injuries. Carnell hasn't played like the last 2 weeks because of some sort of muscle issue, which again, as long as they get to have both of them play against Michigan next week, I don't care.
Don't go out there and lose to fucking Rutgers.
We're not going to lose to Rutgers. I don't care if we have our 4th and 5th string, because guess what? They're probably 5 stars too. Wide receivers playing. We have enough to beat Rutgers. And the only person Carnell Tate has a chance to play because he's been gone the last couple weeks. Maybe they might want to give him a ramp up to play a little bit before they play against Michigan next week. But I don't think Jeremiah should play whatsoever. Like, he's been playing. He has a little bit of the issue, some sort of issue. They're not going to say exactly what the injuries are. There are a bunch of Ohio State fans going crazy talking about the JSN situation when he had his injury and then missed the rest of the year, or Nick Bosa when that happened. But I'm like, the only thing is that when Ohio State, I get it, they don't talk about injuries. It's annoying. I totally understand that the lack of transparency leads to conspiracy theories being made. But when players can't play the rest of the year, Ohio State's the first team to come out and say that. When we lost our center, Seth McLaughlin, last year when he tore his Achilles, they said right away. So if it's like a season-ending injury, they're always the first to come out and say it and nip it in the bud right away. Or heck, when Josh Simmons, the left tackle that ended up getting drafted by the Kansas City, when he tore his ACL, when he's done, they're going to say so. So I'm going to believe Ryan Day when he says, hey, they're going to play again this season. This is not long term. But I just think to a certain degree, we don't need them to go beat Rutgers, especially we're at home. I don't think it'll be an issue, especially with our defense being as good as it is. I just don't think Ohio State, it doesn't matter about style points anymore. This is all about Ohio State just beating Rutgers and getting ready for Michigan. And if you can rest Jeremiah and Cardinal and have them ready to go next week against that team up north, that should be the plan that you go with. So Ohio State, I think they're a 30-point favorite, 32.5-point favorites, even with the wide receiver issues like that. So that's like, it goes to show you how big of a gap there is as a team between these two, even without the wide receivers. So Ohio State wins. They dominate. It may not be as crisp offensively, even though I actually think this might be a blessing in disguise, because now you get to have your third, fourth, fifth string receivers out there with Julian Sand and kind of get to build some chemistry in an actual football game. So if something does happen when Ohio State does go on this road of going for a national championship, if one of those two main guys goes down, they're going to have a little bit of in-game experience with these younger wide receivers to come in and be able to be like, hey, I know how he runs this route.
So just in case. Yeah,
it's a just-in-case scenario. And again, it sucks that you have a game like this where Rutgers is supposed to be a Big Ten team, but they're just not that good. But I think in Ohio, it comes in Ohio State's favor that, like, hey, we get to have a little bit of like a I don't want to call it a scrimmage, but it's a scrimmage. I wouldn't say this about Michigan because I've already been bit by that before. But outside of Michigan, Ryan Day does not lose to teams that we should beat. So I'm going to be very confident and say that Ohio State is going to win this game comfortably.
Scrimmage is
It might be a little out of pocket. I'm not gonna lie to you, it might be, but it's as close to that as what it's going to be. It's not a real football game.
It's fucking crazy.
This is how you
lost good Rutgers, my nigga. This is crazy. We lost the Rutgers. So it's just
I know we live in two different worlds, but again, we do that.
crazy.
We live in two different worlds in the NFL as
we
well.
don't, nigga.
Yes, we do.
We're in the same fucking boat.
Right now, but in general, like when you have Joe Burrow out there, we're in two different worlds.
No, we're fucking not. We're still losing by fucking 3 touchdowns because we have no fucking defense. And
Yeah, but you have a future.
do we?
Yeah.
Not long if we don't get no better.
All right, let's get out of that game.
It's not a bright fucking future.
Do you know what number 3 Texas A&M faces this week? Samford.
Samford?
I'll say it again. Samford. Yes.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
Exactly. That's who they're playing this week.
My first thought was Sam Houston, but I was
Nope.
like, Samford? Samford?
Samford. Yes. Next game. Number 22 Missouri goes to play number 8 Oklahoma. Oklahoma's like a 6.5 point favorite in this game. Oklahoma's coming off the big win against Alabama last week. And now they're facing up against a Missouri team that doesn't have their quarterback, that only can really run the football and really can't do much else. Passing the football is not really a big thing for them right now. And I just think Oklahoma playing against this team, I do think they're obviously a better team. And, oh, by the way, I don't think Oklahoma's a top 8 team in the country, by the way. But the only problem is that the teams that they beat have given them a very good resume. Because the team they beat, number 15 Michigan, number 22 Auburn. They beat Tennessee and Alabama. So, like, unfortunately, because of the teams they have beaten, they have such a good resume, they can't be dropped outside the top 10. But they don't deserve to be a top 10 team. They're not. Their defense is very good, but their offense is kind of garbage. But Oklahoma probably will win this game against Missouri because Missouri can't throw the football whatsoever, and Oklahoma's defense is good enough to lock down the run for Missouri. So I do think Oklahoma's going to win this game, especially with them being at home. But it's just, it'd be nice if Missouri got the win there to kind of throw even more chaos in the SEC. Because it'd just be fun. I love this. I love seeing the SEC squirrel flail around. Miami, Virginia Tech. I only mentioned this game because Virginia Tech now has a new coach.
Yay.
James Franklin. Do you think he'll work there? I think he will.
If Virginia Tech's okay with 10-2,
they will be, though. They haven't done shit in 15, 20 years. So think about it this way: if James Franklin does exactly at Virginia Tech what he did at Penn State,
he'll have a job for the rest of his life.
He'll have a job for the rest of his life. They'll have a statue for him.
I don't know.
Yes, they will.
No, when teams started getting better, they start getting expectations.
They do, but it's Virginia Tech.
All teams.
Virginia Tech is not a team that you could just sit here and be like, oh, we have a good enough team every year to go win a national championship. That's not what Virginia Tech is.
Expectations become greater as a team gets better. Believe me, I got fucking expectations. All I did was get Joe Burrow. I saw this nigga throw the football once, and I was like, we're going to the Super Bowl. We're making the Super Bowl every year. And all I did was throw the football.
Yeah, I get it.
That's just how shit works, dude.
It does. But you know what's funny is that I heard something that said that Virginia Tech is eventually wanting to join the Big Ten. So James Franklin,
if this nigga makes his way back into the Big Ten,
makes his way back into the Big Ten just to be in the same situation again,
I almost passed.
It'll be insane. It'll be insane if that happens because apparently when they were trying to hire, they've been trying to hire him for weeks, but apparently he's been waiting on Florida State to potentially open because, again, if Florida State's job is open, that's like a much better job because of the recruiting footprint you're in. You just throw a rock somewhere, you're going to find a 5-star recruit for somewhere in that state of Florida. But that job never opened, so he's like, hey, I guess I'll just take the Virginia Tech job. And if the idea that he ends up going back to the Big Ten as the Virginia Tech's head coach, it would be a hilarious situation. Because if he's in the ACC, if he just wins them like 1 or 2 ACC championships and he continuously wins them 9-10 games a year, they'll never question him at all, ever. He'll be their god. He'll be their Nick Saban. I don't know. But Miami should win this game without much of an issue.
Should.
Miami's been known to lose games they shouldn't lose. No, so I totally agree with that. I know what Georgia plays this week. Charlotte.
The Bobcats? Or the Hornets?
49ers.
Who the fuck?
The Charlotte 49ers is who Georgia plays this week. Next game, already told you about Bama playing Eastern Illinois. That game really doesn't matter. Next one, number 15 USC goes to play number 7 Oregon. This is a big game this week. I'm not going to lie to you. This is like a borderline playoff game for USC because if they lose, they're knocked out of the playoffs altogether.
Wait, Tulane beat USC.
Huh?
Did Tulane beat USC?
No.
I'm tripping. What am I thinking about?
USC's losses this year came to Illinois and Notre Dame.
I must be thinking about something else.
But yeah, this is a borderline playoff game for USC. It is a playoff game for USC because they lose this, they're knocked out of the playoff. They really have no chance of doing that at all. And then Oregon, if they lose this game, they still have a chance to be in the playoff, but they're not going to be nearly as secure as if they win this game because Oregon, as of right now, is in a good spot if they actually win the game. But if not, they're going to be in a spot where they're going to have to hope that the committee does not throw them out of the playoff altogether because Oregon just will not be in the conference championship game, especially not with a loss to USC. So with all that, so you just kind of you lose all sense of having your own future in your own hands type of thing when it comes to the playoff scenario and all that. So it's definitely a big game for them this weekend. I think Oregon is favored by 9.5 in this game. 10.5. And when it comes to how these two teams play, Oregon runs the football very well. And I think that's going to give USC a lot of problems. That's one thing. That's one part of their defense that they definitely have not fixed. If the team can kind of run down the middle of your defense, the USC is not going to be able to hold up, especially not over a whole game. They'll do better at the beginning of the game, but as the game goes along, they'll just kind of little by little, it'll get to a point where if Oregon keeps at it, they are going to get some explosive runs there at the end of the game. But on the other side of it, USC's passing offense is something that Oregon hasn't really had to face all that much this season. USC with Jaden Mayava throwing to Mekhi Lemon, they have a passing offense that Oregon really has not had to face. I think the best passing team that they have faced this year is Indiana, and they lost pretty handedly to them at home. So I think this is kind of both teams definitely have an advantage over the other, especially when it comes to each other's offenses facing each other's defenses. The only thing with me is that there is a clear delineation for USC as to what they are at home in comparison to what they are on the road. USC is a much better team at home than they are on the road, and it's a huge difference. At Notre Dame, they lost pretty big, and then they lost at Illinois. And they didn't lose big. Actually, didn't lose big in either of those situations, but the team was not playing the same as they were if they were at home.
Yep.
So, and they're going to a place like Oregon, which is a famously hard place to play in college football. So I just think this game is a huge one. A lot of stakes on it, and I think that I would probably lean towards Oregon because I just think Oregon has the offense that'll be able to run down USC's throat, and I think their defense will be able, even though I don't think they've been tested in a way that I think USC will test them, but I do think Oregon does have the athletes that'll be able to keep up with USC's offense and at least keep them from being able to throw the football at will. And I just think it leans towards Oregon, especially with Oregon being at home. I think Oregon will win the game. I don't think they'll win by double digits, though. I think the game will be close, but I do lean Oregon to win that game. Next game, Arkansas goes to Texas to play. Arkansas, they have scored more points than they have given up, and they are on the season. They're 2-8.
Damn.
I think they're plus 18 in point differential. So they have actually scored more points. They have given up by 18 points, and they've only won 2 games this year. So Arkansas can really score the football. They really can. That's something that they could have been able to do all season long. But the problem is they can't stop anybody defensively. And they're facing off against a Texas team that Arch has really found a little bit of consistency as of recently throwing the football, but it's just Texas is not a consistent offense in general. And I don't know. I think if this is, I would love for Texas to get a loss against Arkansas because it would just be the death nail in the coffin of Texas this year. to where they will be. There's no chance for them to do anything, even if they do go and beat Texas A&M at the end of the season. But I think in general, I think Texas defense has not been consistent whatsoever. They're a little bit better than what they were, but it has not been consistent at all for them.
Yep.
And I think Arkansas can really make this a game, to be totally honest with you. But I just think that Arkansas is just not consistent enough. I don't think they're off. I don't think their defense is going to be able to get enough stops against Texas. They're over under 58.5. That's a wild number. I don't know. That's a lot of points. But I'll lean Texas, but I do think Arkansas can really scare them for sure. Michigan State plays Iowa.
You mean Michigan State gets dog walked by fucking Iowa?
Iowa's
Hey,
good.
Joe, we winning 6 games this year?
No.
Oh, crazy. I'm like, I fucking knew that.
Look, it looked better when I was doing it before the season
My
started.
nigga, this every year I tell you, don't make that fucking bet. We're not gonna win 6, and then you try to convince me we're gonna win 6. I'm like, all right, maybe we can win 6. And I start looking at it, and I start seeing how we're playing. I'm like,
You were only off by 1 game last year.
We're gonna be off by 3.
Yeah, it's bad. It's not good.
We're
Not
getting
good.
worse.
You have better quarterback play, but your defense
Allegedly.
is awful. No, I think the guy they have starting over Childs is actually he's
going
better.
somewhere else.
Maybe. I don't think he's that much better. I think he's just more consistent. I don't know.
Which is that much fucking better.
Just get a better coach, and I think he'll be fine.
Is the coach the problem?
Go get Brian Kelly. I don't know. Maybe.
I don't think he's the problem. I don't think he's the solution.
Yeah. No, I get that.
I think he's a placeholder. I think you could wait maybe 1 more year.
I don't know. I get what you're saying, but yeah, they're not getting the 6 wins. They're not. And Iowa's a very good football team, especially with being at home. I don't think Michigan State has any chance to win that game. Iowa's just been really good at running the football. And heck, they're actually getting a little bit of a passing game now with their quarterback. Mm-hmm. So, especially with Michigan State's defense being as terrible as it is.
Dog fucking.
That defense is so bad.
Dude,
So
I
bad.
watch another defense give up 40. Why do I gotta watch a defense give up 40 on Saturday just to watch the same shit on Sunday?
I don't know, man. That's your life as of right now. I'm sorry.
Like if Joe Burrow's gonna come back, you know this. I know this. If they don't have the ball last, we're not winning the game.
Probably not, no.
We have to. If in the last 2 minutes, we better have the fucking ball. We better be in a close game because if we're not winning it.
Yeah, I agree.
Even then, they're just gonna throw up a bomb for 45 yards to some random nigga I've never fucking heard of, who already has 3 touchdowns and 658 yards. But it is what it is, and I will not watch them play this Sunday.
Well, let me get to the rest of these games, then we'll get to it. I promise.
Hurry up through these games.
Okay,
I don't
I'm going.
Give a fuck about them. You've been talking about these goddamn motherfucking games. Real quick, would you go to Twin Peaks with me?
I've never been to Twin Peaks.
You ever have their food?
No.
Dude, do you like mozzarella sticks?
Depends.
Okay. They have like these panko crusted like mozzarella balls, like they're really tiny.
Okay.
Best things on the planet. They are so fucking good. Everything I've had of their food is so fucking good. Their food is phenomenal. Now, I have a friend. He goes to Twin Peaks 3 times a week.
You sound like the people that were like Roosters people. I mean, not Roosters. Hooters people.
No, Hooters food tastes like dick.
I've never had either. So.
But no, there's a guy I used to work with. He goes to Twin Peaks 4 to 5 times a week.
Yeah. But didn't you say he was in love with like one of the waitresses though?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Personally, their fucking food is way too good.
That's what they always say.
Dude, me and my friend Ralph said the same shit until we had the food. We both have girlfriends.
Mm-hmm.
We don't struggle from bitchlessness.
Yeah.
I just want the food. Those mozzarella balls, dude, they're to die for. They're to die for.
Maybe I'll do a pickup order type of thing.
No, get that bitch delivered. I feel like a pickup order is weirder. It's weirder. I don't want to walk in that bitch. I'm not like I will never go on my own. I only go if that specific.
Oh, if you go on your own, you're just a creep.
Yeah, if that specific guy is going, I'll go with him.
Yeah,
because it's funny to make fun of him.
Right.
But if it's just 2 of us, there need to be at least 3 or 4 people.
Yeah,
there has to be at least 4 people.
If not, you're just being
there's
weird.
No fucking shot. I'm going.
Yeah,
it's weird.
I like you saying that better now because that if you go by yourself, you're just weird.
He was like, "Oh, it was me, you, and my brother," and I'm like, "No, y'all niggas go 3 times a week. Fuck you. I'm not going anywhere near you." I was like, they have you on a list. I was like, there's no reason why we've been there 5 times. Why does it was a different girl 5 times? Why do all of them know your name?
You're there way too much, my boy.
They knew
there way too much.
both him and his older brother. And I was like, bro.
Y'all got to find a new restaurant. Go somewhere else.
I told him, I was like, all you get is chicken tenders. And granted, I had their chicken tender. I was like, this shit is good. I was like, this is fire.
But it's not that
not
good.
that good.
Not that good.
I was like, bro, Roosters is down the road.
Right.
I was like, we could just. The first time we went, and I'd never been. I had been once.
Right.
I took our nephew there. I did.
5-year-old.
I did. I took our nephew there. The first time we went to Twin Peaks. Yeah. That was the first time I went, right?
Yeah.
And it was hilarious. But I had the chicken tenders. It's pretty fucking good. Not that good. Not that good.
Not that good. Not that good.
Because, like, the kid don't drink. So, like,
Right.
Like, that's cool. Like, they have, like, ice cold beer. It's really cool. It's nice. It's not that good. Their food is really good. Good enough to go on my own? Hell no.
No.
Good enough to go in a group less than 3 people? No.
No.
Good enough to get it delivered? Absolutely.
Okay.
Sorry. I needed to make my case.
All you need to do is make the case to Braylon that there's ribs, and he'd be down.
There is ribs. I've never had the ribs.
See,
he
wouldn't want to take that chance.
I couldn't call like they're fine cuts of meat and great. I got a
okay.
steak. It's a steak.
Okay.
It's cooked. That's it. But like I got a pot roast.
All right, I got a few more games to talk about when we get to the NFL stuff.
I
get it.
Care
No,
about
for sure.
college football. I've been thinking of other topics to talk about. That's not college football because I don't care about college football.
I only have a few more games. Then we're going to NFL.
More games, my nigga.
Pitt going to Georgia Tech.
Not a good enough game. Next one.
Georgia Tech should win the game,
Next game.
but they need it because if they don't win, they don't have the.
This is not a good enough game to talk about. Next game.
They just need to win the ACC because if not, it becomes
They're
very
going to
weird.
win the ACC. How good is
They
Pitt?
should.
How good is Pitt?
They're fine. They're a good team.
Who has Georgia Tech lost to?
They lost to in North Carolina State.
Better team than Pitt.
Yes, but Georgia Tech only knows how to win like one score game. So if they leave
That's fine. That's fine.
If they leave it close, then another team can technically bite them and win the game.
Pitt's not that team. Next game.
They did lose bad to Notre Dame last week.
I know.
Let's see. Don't care. That's all I got then. Tennessee goes to play Florida. Tennessee don't really matter. They're in the top 25 for some reason. Florida's a good enough team.
Florida should dog walk them.
They're at home. Like, Florida's a very hard team to play at when they're at home.
That's what I'm saying. Florida should dog walk.
But Florida's not a good football team. They don't have a head coach. They don't have good quarterback play.
All their burgers are good. And I'm not a burger guy, but fuck. They have this thing called billionaire bacon. Dude.
If Tennessee plays how they need to play, they should win this game. But if they don't show up being ready to go, Florida can definitely knock them off. Just like they knocked off Texas.
Fire-ass place, bro.
All right. That's all I got for college football. Jason can stop trying to steer their conversation away from it. Let's go ahead and go to the NFL
If it was
stuff.
just a normal restaurant, probably my go-to restaurant. If it was a normal restaurant.
It's like better than like Texas.
No. But it's cheaper than Texas Roadhouse.
Okay.
It's cheaper. And the food is still pretty good.
Okay.
That's the thing.
He's out for the rest of the year. Sam Laporta's out for the rest of the year. He has to get back surgery.
That sucks.
That's awful. Sorry, I saw it and I was like, it was a surprise to me.
It's not Joe Burrow, so what do I care?
You're going to have to care again.
I'm not. I can't. But again, as good as Texas Roadhouse? No. But the only thing I want from Texas Roadhouse is a steak.
Right.
I've eaten several different items there.
Yeah, because their steak isn't good.
Yes, but that's the thing. Everything else is. They had street tacos that someone didn't like. But that's because she didn't get the fixins.
Right.
The salsa, all the other stuff. Mm-hmm. They're actually pretty fucking good. I got the salmon with a rice pilaf. Bruh.
Can't with you. I can't.
It was so unnaturally good.
Can we stop talking about Twin Peaks? That's got to be the name of the podcast.
Are we done?
That's the name of the podcast now. Can we stop talking about Twin
football?
Peaks? Yes, we are.
Yeah,
we're going to the NFL.
Then yes.
Story-wise, Jackson Dart, still in protocol, not going to be playing against Lions. Sam Laporta, like I just said, out, back surgery, out for the season. That sucks. He is like a main big reason on their offense. The Detroit Lions did not look great last week against the Eagles. Again, it's probably mostly because the Eagles' defensive line is scary again. Like, they're back to being what they were last season, where, like, at the end of the year.
You know who's really scary?
Texans?
The Texans.
We'll get to that. We would talk about that game because
Fucking.
watching them last night, that defense is a revelation. That like the
Yeah,
defense.
and apparently-
I've been saying it all year. How awesome they
Yes,
are.
and apparently the offensive line can only protect when it's not C.J. Stroud.
But C.J. Stroud hasn't played in 3 weeks.
True, but they've protected a whole lot fucking better.
Yeah, but what happens when they get C.J. in there and he's not missing passes? Do you know what? We'll get to that because that game was so annoying last night.
I've been watching them play because I never thought Davis Mills was all that terrible. I never thought he was all that bad.
He was bad last night.
Again, I never
For the
thought
first half, he was.
I never thought he was all that bad.
Right.
I watched Jake Browning play. Nothing's that bad.
He was 2 of 10 at one point.
My nigga, Jake Browning has had almost as many interceptions as Gino and didn't even play the first 3 weeks. And they had similar amount of interceptions. But again, that nigga's neck is so long.
Yeah.
Remember like Candace from Phineas and Ferb?
Yeah.
That's what that nigga. His neck is so fucking long.
Burrow. We'll get to
Looks
it.
like a
This
penis.
story.
That's exactly what it looks like.
We're gonna get to the main thing. The main thing you've been dreading
Yep.
ever since the news came out of 2 weeks ago. It looks like he may be back. They're saying he looks outstanding, and he's trending towards a return this week.
Joe Burrow, of course, he looks outstanding.
Yes, but they're saying when it comes to his injury, he's taking all the first team reps yesterday. Mr. Joe Flacco's taking all the second team reps. It's really trending towards it's Joe Burrow time in Cincinnati. How do you feel? Are you excited? Are you disappointed?
Disappointed. Stay hurt, nigga. I want a top 5 pick.
Okay,
Go sit at home, whatever fucking supermodel you got on your couch. As the city of Cincinnati just talks about how much they miss you.
he shouldn't play.
There's no reason for you to play. The playoffs do not exist to us.
Oh, I hate to say it.
Unfortunately, it fucking does because the North
Technically.
is that fucking bad.
Yeah.
The Ravens are only just started being okay. The Steelers are on the decline. Unfortunately, they beat the Bengals, so they're going to make the playoffs. But the window to make the playoffs is still there, and I don't want to. I don't want to have ambition. I don't want to have hopes. No Chiefs. There's no one to oppose us. What do you mean? Oh, my bad. There is one thing to oppose us. It's called our defense.
And that's happening every week.
So what's the point? Why go out there to put up fucking 65 to lose?
And you do not have an easy road the rest of the way.
No, it's hard as shit. That's the other problem. Is it's only getting harder.
You have
The series, the end of our schedule, like the last 8 games, was going to be hard as fuck. So in my head, the goal was to win as many games as we could early so that these hard games
weren't mattering as much.
and they didn't weigh on us as heavy.
Right.
Unfortunately, we lost all the fucking easy games.
Yeah, because Joe Burrow got hurt second game of the year.
Yeah. And that was the last game we won.
No, you beat the Steelers.
Okay?
Don't
not
act like it doesn't matter.
It's
We
not
just beat
exactly
you.
a fucking achievement.
Yeah.
We got to hope the Steelers don't beat themselves.
Yeah.
The offense is playing shitty and then the defense starts playing worse. I don't know, dude.
You can't say that after we just beat your ass last week.
You beat Joe Flacco.
Yeah.
You did not beat Joe Burrow.
We still scored 34 points.
You also lost to Jake Browning.
We didn't lose to Jake Browning. It was Joe Flacco when you beat
Oh, okay. So you lost to the worst defense in the NFL.
Yeah.
And you put up 34 points against the worst defense in the NFL.
Yeah, but we also
Is that a thing to boast about?
we limited Jamar Chase to 30 yards. Is that something? Is that an achievement?
Not really. How many yards
He
you
was
limit?
so frustrated. He spit on Jalen Ramsey
Fuck Jalen Ramsey.
and got himself suspended for this game, where he now can't help Joe Burrow out for this game.
All the Bengals receivers hate Ramsey. AJ Green whooped his ass.
I'm just saying, you talk about how Jamar Chase is unstoppable. We can't stop him. We stopped him.
Who was the quarterback?
Joe Flacco.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was the nigga at the helm named Joe motherfucking Burrow?
No. He was
Okay,
not.
so you lost to Joe Flacco,
Yes, we did. And
a defense who literally cannot tackle.
We didn't. The defense wasn't the issue.
My defense was not the issue.
No, it wasn't. It was your offense that was the issue when we lost to
you.
you. 31. It was 34-31.
It literally lost by a field goal.
It literally came down to who had the ball last, and it was you.
I'm gonna slap you. I'm sorry. It was not you. It was Joe Fluka, not Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I know.
If it was Joe Burrow, you wouldn't even got close.
We'll never know.
No, we know.
We'll never know for this year.
So what's the matter? Your team's going to continue to be mediocre.
We were starting to talk about Joe Burrow, and then you got us off track.
Fuck you. You got us off track. Your team's going to continue to be mediocre regardless.
Yeah, I totally agree.
So
I don't want them to
win.
I don't want the Steelers to win. You say some bullshit, and then it makes me get all competitive again.
You beat Joe Flacco. You did not beat Joe Burrow.
Yes.
So you beat the Bengals not at their best. You put up 34. You were in a close game against a team where no one's had a close game against. What did you do that was impressive?
What do you mean? They had a close game against the Bears, and you guys lost to them?
Nigga, that's the Bears.
47-42.
Nigga, that's the Bears.
What do you mean that's the Bears?
The Bears are currently one of the top teams in the NFL.
You lost to the Jets 39-38.
Again. So how does that make it impressive that you beat us?
No, you just said you've been losing in a not close way. You've been losing close games.
No.
I was proving the point that you have been losing close games.
No, we're not losing close games. The game is not close. A close game is when the teams are equally matched. I would put my fucking ball sack on the line that my defense is not getting a stop.
True.
So they're not close match. I'm just waiting for the inevitable. I'm bleeding out slowly. Death is coming. I just have to wait till the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to watch another one be given up, another one be given up. Real quick. We played the Jets without Garrett Wilson on the field, and we still fucking lost.
Yeah.
These games are not close by any means.
Okay.
Who was leading receivers in that Jets game?
For the Bengals?
No. For the Jets. Who's the leading receiver?
Tyler Johnson.
Who the fuck is that?
You're telling me.
Oh. How many yards do you have?
68.
Garrett Wilson would have had 180.
Yeah.
So we didn't lose to the Jets at the best. And the Bears?
I think that was a normal one. Colson Loveland was the leading receiver.
The tight end.
118 yards.
Yeah, that tracks. How many touchdowns?
2. Yeah.
Yeah, that tracks. Yeah.
They also ran with 170 yards.
And that was DeAndre Swift?
Nope. Kyle Monungai.
Who the fuck is that?
They drafted him out of Rutgers.
I do know who that is, actually.
He was actually really good at Rutgers.
I do know who that is. I do.
He's a bowling ball. He's hard to bring down.
We're not good at that, so he wouldn't have to worry. Oh, my bad. He didn't have to worry.
True.
So, none of these teams played Joe Burrow.
Right.
None of these teams would have beat us if we had Joe Burrow. No, I'm lying.
That's what I'm saying. So you had this is the same team as last year with Joe.
No, it's worse.
Sorry, without Joe Burrow. So
no. This team's worse.
The defense is
Joe
worse.
Burrow.
The defense is worse for sure.
We have the worst defense in the NFL.
But like your defense was your biggest enemy last year, and you guys didn't get to the playoffs because of it. And Joe Burrow played all year. Mm-hmm. So this year is going to would have been more the same, even with Joe Burrow. You probably have more wins on your record, but like at the end of the day, you know your season's going to end with your defense not getting the stop they need.
We're either going to end fucking 9-8, or we're going to end 10-7, make the playoffs, and probably get bounced first round. Or we won't get bounced first round and beat whatever fucking shitty ass AFC North team we have to play.
Right.
Which either you or the fucking Ravens, and one of you's shitting the bed here. One of you's shitting the bed, and it's probably going to be the Ravens.
Yeah.
Because that Ravens defense ain't even that fucking good.
So the rest of your schedule, Joe Burrow's back. You won't have Jamar Chase this week because he spit on Ramsey.
It's all right. Chris Gonzalez will lock his ass up anyway.
That's kind of true. Christian, he's a monster.
He's a dog.
So good.
T. Higgins is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
But T. Higgins and fucking Ilyasova is going to be our next best guy.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I don't know. And Ilyasova is good, but he's a 3.
He's a 3. Yeah, for sure.
He's a great 3. He's a great red zone threat. He's great at what he is good at. He's good at. You're gonna end up with like 300 to 400 yards every year.
Yeah.
Probably like 9 touchdowns.
Probably not that many.
Well, again,
like 3 or 4.
Joe Burrow really loves tight ends, but before we had a good tight end, he was ended up with like 6 or 7.
True. Yeah. Okay.
Now that we have 3 good tight ends,
yeah,
he's not ending up with as many. But again, You ended up with 4 touchdowns. You're probably going to get a couple more contracts from the Bengals because you're cheap. You're cheap. You're real fucking cheap. We're not paying you more than 10. That's guaranteed.
So this is the rest of your schedule. Now thinking about now having Joe Burrow, right? Patriots, no Chase, probably an L, right?
Have you seen somebody stop Trayvon Henderson yet?
No.
Oh.
Especially as they've been giving him giving him chances to run the football.
I swear to God,
he's unstoppable.
Mike Vrabel was just sitting around. He was like, it'd be funny. Let's leave our most explosive guy on the bench.
They didn't use him.
We're gonna go 7-2, and we're gonna throw this motherfucker out in the field, and then go see some funny shit.
It's insane. Like that's what makes me so upset about the Patriots. It's like they're only getting better because their young offensive players that are probably their best players are now finally starting to get run, and they're actually going to have more fresh legs because they haven't been used all year.
I don't think Vrabel expected them to be this good. I think he expected them to be kind of bad, so he wasn't. I'm not gonna throw the rookies out there just to get them beat up.
And then Drake May turns into a little Josh Allen,
prime
right?
Josh fucking Allen without the interceptions, and decides I might as well start throwing the rookies out there.
He likes throwing interceptions.
True,
he does like to throw,
but he's better than Josh Allen.
But it's not that bad. The interceptions aren't that bad. So L to the Patriots.
Oh yeah, guaranteed.
At the Ravens. See, that's the thing. You're gonna give yourself a chance. You're gonna give yourself a chance.
Defense is fucking mid. They're mid. They're mid as fuck. They're mid as fuck. But my defense.
Sunday Night Football in Baltimore. Yeah, that's 2 L's. At Buffalo.
It's a win.
Even though Josh Allen won't have to worry about your defense at all.
It's a win.
Like, you don't have the Houston defense, what they did to him last night.
It's a win.
Okay, all right. You're just going off the Joe Burrow aura, right? That's it.
What else do you need?
Ravens again.
We're the same team. We're just now in Cincinnati. It's still a loss.
At Dolphins. That's a win. I'll give you that.
Yeah, it's probably a win.
Probably a win. Cardinals. I don't know. Marvin will be back by then.
Yeah. So who on that Cardinals defense is going to stop Jamar Chase?
Yeah, but you won't be able to run the football at all, and they actually have a pass rush.
Jamar Chase is open downfield.
Okay, all right. So by then you're going to be all Joe Burrowed out. It'll be you'll have
the Cardinals. I believe we can beat the Cardinals.
And then Browns, last game of the year.
Dog walked.
They'll have Shador though. They'll be so much better.
Dog walked.
The Shador Sanders for the fucking Browns shit is the most annoying thing ever because he's always a victim. He's always like, they're doing it to Shador again. He had to go out there as the second string quarterback because Dylan Gabriel got hurt. He didn't get any of the first team snaps. Wah. It's all the Browns' fault. He should be the starting quarterback. I get it. He shouldn't have been a 6th-round pick. He should not have been drafted that late. I get it. He was a better quarterback than that. But I also think that he's not a starting NFL quarterback, and people are going to keep giving him excuses for the rest of his career as to why he doesn't work out because everybody loves his father. And it gets very annoying. And it sucks because it's to the point where I don't even think it's Shador's fault. I just feel like everybody wants to give him an excuse. I don't think Shador's taking the excuses. He's not saying that himself. It's just every time anybody talks about him, he's like, oh, if they only gave him a chance, and everybody's looking for a reason to give him an out. And I'm like, give him an opportunity. If he hits it, he hits. If he takes advantage, he takes advantage. If not, he's going to be a career backup or not in the league anymore. If his last name was not Sanders, nobody would be on it like this. And that's what annoys me.
Yeah, I agree.
And he played for a very bad freaking Colorado team, and then he had to throw. Guess what? There's been a bunch of Big 12 quarterbacks that have a whole bunch of stats that did nothing in the NFL for the last 20 years. And nobody complained then, but now Shador is the one. That's the one that they decided, like, oh, he's going to be the one that can succeed because his last name is Sanders. It's not that fucking easy.
Who's a good one? Case Keenum.
Case Keenum was awesome in college, and he's been a career backup.
Yeah, but
he's had a few great seasons, but he's been a career backup.
That was the one I thought of. I think he has the most passing yards for a college quarterback.
What quarterback do you know of that's like the most successful Big 12 quarterback as of recently?
Bro, you think I can name a Big 12 quarterback?
I have one. It's Brock fucking Purdy, and even he is an up and down machine. and he played at Iowa State. Like, so any other Big 12 quarterback, oh, sorry, Mahomes, my bad. It's cheating. He played at Texas Tech.
Yeah.
He didn't do shit in college, though.
No, he was mid.
Like, he threw for a lot of yards, but they didn't do a lot of winning. But, like, other than him, there really isn't nobody else.
I keep thinking of Boston College quarterbacks.
That's ACC.
Yeah. I thought I was like Matt Ryan. I was like, Boston College.
There's no Texas quarterbacks that have really done shit in the NFL as of recently. Nobody from Oklahoma. Even though they're both part of the SEC now, but like we're talking about the recent history.
Was Baker part of the SEC?
Oh yeah, Baker. My bad. Baker. That's on me. That's on me.
Kyler Murray.
Take that. He started at he went to Oklahoma. Oh, sorry, he started at like somewhere else, then he ended up going to Oklahoma. So yeah, for sure, Kyler Murray, for sure.
Big 12 teams. Go ahead. I feel like I can name some more.
Let's see. Big 12, Oklahoma State, nothing.
Who?
Mason Rudolph is who I could think of.
Okay.
Oklahoma State, Oregon State. Nope, that's Pac-12. No, Oregon State. No, yeah, Oregon State is Pac-12. Who else from Texas? I feel like there's one more Texas team. Baylor.
RG3. That's it. That's all I got.
Arizona State. Nothing.
Nah.
Or were they part of the? They might have been a part of the Pac-12.
What was it?
Arizona and Arizona State. They were both part of Pac-12.
They were definitely part of the Pac-12.
I'm just thinking of states down there, and I'm just going off of that. Baylor.
You said Arizona State, and my brain went Blake Griffin. And I'm like,
Texas Tech. I already mentioned them because they have Pat.
Oh, Johnny Manziel.
And no, he was part of the SEC.
Don't even know what school he went to.
Texas A&M.
They all have the same logo.
Who else? Because they were a part of the. I'll give you that. They were a part of the Big 12 up until like 10, 15 years ago, and then they switched to the SEC.
So when Johnny Manziel.
No, Johnny Manziel. He was a SEC player.
Okay, then your timeline's not right. So it would have been longer ago that they joined the SEC. Because 10 or 15 years ago, Johnny Manziel was on.
Johnny Manziel was like 10 years ago.
When was he drafted?
He was drafted in like 2012.
That would have been.
When did
Nigga, that was 14 years ago.
Texas A&M?
If 2016 was 10 years ago, 2012 was 14 years ago.
I'm gonna get you a year. Chill out. Join SEC. 2012.
Okay, cool. So that still means he was a part of the big. My nigga, if he was drafted in 2012,
He was drafted later than that. I had a wrong year.
he was drafted in 2014.
And was Johnny Manziel was drafted in like 2013 because he joined the Browns in 2014.
Okay, cool. That still means he played his freshman year in the fucking Big 12.
No, it was in the SEC. That's he won he won the Heisman as a freshman in the SEC.
Okay. Was he a redshirt freshman?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So that means what year did he win that? Because the numbers ain't adding up.
He won the Heisman in 2012. So literally the first year that they were in the SEC, he was this quarterback.
What the fuck? When was he drafted again?
2014.
Oh, he was in college for 3 years.
Yeah.
My bad. My apologies, bro.
The only thing I had wrong in that is saying 10, 15 years. Because, again, that's like right in a middling, like very close. But, yes. Where did we get to the Johnny Man? Oh, we were talking about quarterbacks from the Big 12. Yeah, my bad.
And there was a lot more than anticipated.
Yeah, a lot more. I'm not going to lie. For sure. That's on me. Where were we at? We were talking about Burrow and doing all that.
I don't know at this point.
So, getting back to the Burrow point, you think there's no point in bringing him out. I totally agree with that. I totally agree with the idea that
him out just to continue to lose games anyway.
if you could, because if he wins you a few games, that'll be games that you should have lost, and it'll help you get a good draft pick.
Better draft pick, which we can get you a better offensive lineman.
Better all lineman, better defensive player.
This is the only other thing I'm struggling on is: are we going to go draft great offensive linemen, or are we going to go draft a fucking defensive cornerstone? Because I'm going to find where Shamar Stewart lives and burn his fucking house down. You held out for what? You held out because you knew you were ass. You held out because you knew you were bad.
And he's like, I'm going to get all the money I can right now because they're not going to give it to me here
I
soon.
want to talk about this right quick. You know the nigga that was drafted on the other side of him? The motherfucker that had all the stats? He had like 13 sacks. He had like 9 sacks over just that one
Oh,
year.
yeah, from
Just
Texas
that
A&M.
one year. He
Yeah.
had 9 sacks. You know how many sacks he has right now?
Isn't he playing for like – he's playing for somebody and playing really well, isn't he? He's like 8 or 9 sacks, right?
You know who he plays for?
Who?
This nigga plays for the Rams. This nigga has 9 sacks.
Yeah.
He was a second-round pick. Am I tweaking or some shit? What the fuck are we doing? No. He was picked first round by the Rams.
I don't think it was the Rams.
Oh, that sounds right.
I feel like it was like it would have been the 2025 draft. I don't know why I said 2024. That's what I was thinking too. I think it was the Seahawks. Oh, let me get you. I'll get his name real quick. Hold on. He said he was a second round pick.
Was he the second or a first round pick? Because I think he was picked after. So I remember saying, "Oh, there's where all the stats are."
Shamar, Texas A&M, and then nobody else in the first round. Must have been a second round then. A&M, Texas, Nick Scorton. That was the other guy for Panthers.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, Shamar Turner. Or are you talking about that? He's a D tackle though. So if you're talking like another defensive end, it would have been Scorton for the Panthers. Yeah, Shamar Turner went to the Bears. I'm not sure.
They're both playing better than he is.
Yeah, for sure. I totally agree with that. No, I get what you're saying.
But there was so many first-round O-linemen drafted that are all doing pretty great.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. You had your opportunity to do it last year. You didn't do it.
Drafted one. He's doing pretty good.
Yeah. Heck, the Texans drafted a guy in the second round. Again, their offensive line took half the year to start playing better, but he's starting
doing better.
Last night was the first time he had not played a snap because he had been playing all season long.
The
So
fucking defensive tackle you took, that motherfucker's a beast. He is going to cornerstone your defense for years to come.
Yeah, for sure. Cam Hayward leaves, we have another guy right away. I get everything. I totally agree. Honestly, it's
so bad.
It's Joe Burrow's competitiveness that's going to keep him from not playing.
There is no one else to pick besides Caleb Downs.
No, I get what you're saying.
There's literally nothing else. If we are top 5. Let's say we end up at 4. I want Caleb Downs, and you better go grab one of those LSU linebackers. I don't give a fuck.
You want one of those two?
I want one of those two. It'll probably be Sonny Styles because he'll be more likely to fall in the second round.
Nope, he's not falling. Because everybody wants he's going to destroy the draft process because he started as a safety.
That's my only fear. Is this motherfucker's about to run a fucking 4.4?
Yes.
He's about to have a crazy vertical.
Yes.
He's about to have a goddamn crazy ass longboard.
Yeah.
Jump. That's my only worry is that he's about to be like a top 15 pick.
And he's turned himself into a really good linebacker. Again, he may not be our best linebacker because we have Arvell Reese is an absolute alien.
See, he's the one that there's no chance we're getting.
They're saying he might be a top 3 pick.
That's what I'm saying. There's no chance. But again, if we just end up in the top 5,
yeah, you have a chance at one of the Ohio State guys if you want
pray.
them. Yeah,
pray.
Mm-hmm.
But with Joe Burrow playing, we're winning at least 2 more games.
Yeah, and that'll screw you up because there's other teams are going to be losing.
10.
Yeah,
and our niggas don't know how to trade things.
They don't want to. No, of course not.
Oh, cool. Trey Henderson's done a whole lot of not playing because he's like, I'm just going to wait.
Yeah, he's going to be gone next year anyway. He's like, hey, I might as well be as healthy as I can be for the next team that gets me
and
because they'll pay me.
Guaranteed. Ain't that a bitch?
Right, yeah, no question.
Gotta love the franchise tag. Getting him, $27 million guaranteed?
Yeah.
See,
it sucks.
Sometimes we're like, oh, man, the franchise tag sucks. And I really think of it, I'm like, damn, that's guaranteed fucking money. I'm like, no wonder Kirk Cousins was okay with playing out of that shit.
Oh, yeah, but as a quarterback, it's easier to do so.
Oh, he was getting like $53 million.
No, wasn't that much.
It was at Washington. He was doing
yeah, and it was the money.
33.
He was getting like in the 20s. He was getting guaranteed in the 20s.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, for sure. As long as you want to take the short term risk, you're gonna get a lot of money in your pocket right away.
It worked out for him.
Yeah, no question. Again, you're a quarterback. That is the only position where you could even think about doing it.
I don't know who's his agent. That motherfucker's a facade.
Oh yeah, no question.
That agent deserves
I don't even want to say the agent because I think to a certain degree, at the end of the day, it's on Kirk Cousins it's on whatever player it is to make that decision of whether they're willing to take that risk out there on the field. Because again, nobody can answer for you when you're out there on the football field and you have to go out there and play.
I know, but could you tell me why Kirk Cousins almost made I think he's made $150 million in the NFL?
Because he is a shrewd businessman.
He
might be a better businessman than player. But you know what's funny? He's going to be playing for the Falcons for the rest of the year because, oh boy,
Michael Penix.
Another knee injury.
Third one. It's his third ATO.
Yeah. It's insane.
3.
The Falcons are going to really have to make some decisions because without, again, he can come back healthier.
Maybe, but if I'm them, how many games have they lost?
Who, the Falcons?
Mm-hmm.
I think they have 5 or 6 losses at this point.
If I'm them, I'm sitting back damn, I'm going to have to.
They're 3-7.
Dude. So you're ended up top 5.
They don't have a top 10 pick. They traded. Remember, because they drafted a defensive end and then they traded up from the second round to get back into the first round to go get another defensive end. So they don't even have a first round pick this year. But again, it's not like the quarterback class is actually any good because all the quarterbacks are shit, except for 1 or 2.
Who are those 1 and 2?
There's Mendoza, the guy from Indiana that's played in college football for 6 years.
38 years
He's
old.
so old. He's played so much football.
I sat here watching. It's okay, right? Nowadays, a lot of college players are younger than I am. Or around my age, right? A lot of college players are probably close to my age.
Yeah.
I was watching this game. Yeah, he's 25 years old. I'm like,
he's not that old.
Go ahead, pull that shit up. Pull that shit up.
How old is Fernando Mendoza? I think he's 24. He's 22.
No way.
He's born in 03, October of 03.
My nigga, it still makes we're the same age.
Yeah.
How long has he been in college football? He had to go early.
He's played because he played at. I'm not sure where he played at before. Tulane, not Tulane. It was something. Oh no, Cal. He was at Cal before, and then he transferred to. This is last year. This is 4th year of college football. So no, we're good. He's at Indiana. His last year, he's gone. He's gone after this year. Actually, they said he might have one more year because of an injury thing. Mm-hmm. So he could play a 5th year of college football if he wanted to, but he's probably going to be I think he's guaranteed to be a first-round pick. And then the other guy, they're saying if Dante Moore comes out, he might be picked in the first round. But I think everybody is saying that he's going to stay for another year. And then everybody's talking about the guy from South Carolina who's the athletic freak. Lenore Sellers. That's who it is. Those are the two that everybody's saying are probably going to be first-round picks, but all the other quarterbacks are kind of ass. So there's really nobody that you can really get unless you're a top 5 pick.
Here's the thing: if we are a top 5 pick, you can just fleece somebody that's a little lower than us.
Yeah, for sure. You can fleece somebody, or you can go take a defensive player, or you have a whole bunch of options. But I just think Joe Burrow is going to play you out of that because he's going to bring that Joe Burrow aura, and he's going to win you a few games that you probably don't want to win now. But here's the thing: the more it goes, because you're very. So we've gone so far away from the plot, but it's fun. It's what we do. You're going to be very mad about it this weekend. And like I told you before when it first happened, I'm like, hey, if Joe Burrow really does come out and pull off the upset against New England and you didn't watch it, you're going to be pissed that you didn't watch it. And then you're going to go into another week and you might be still a little mad. And then you're going to be like, oh, I guess I'll have to watch a little bit of it. And then you're going to see that number 9 on the football field. And you're not going to be able to help yourself.
Hey, real quick.
Joe Burrow wears 9, right?
Yes.
Okay, I made sure. I said 9.
I had Malia hide my jersey. My girlfriend. I had her hide the jersey.
I'm just saying, the longer this goes, you're going to get more and more sucked back into it. And don't let him give you a chance, and not only him, but don't let the Ravens and the Steelers and the Bengals kind of make a scenario where you think you have a chance to make the playoffs, because you're going to be back in it before you know it if that starts to happen. I don't think it will. I think either the Ravens are going to figure it out or the Steelers are going to hang on. And I do think your defense is going to be bad enough to where it's going to ruin. I think so too. Which is not good for me either. I want the Steelers to lose too. We need to hit the reset button. We just need to come on. We just take the pill and lose for a little bit.
The losses.
Yeah, no, I get it, but they're not going to. It's just not going to happen. So
I can't. Legit, I'm going to turn off all notifications for the game.
You're going to do it.
I made sure my tablet's not charged.
But here's the thing: you're going to podcast with me every week, and I'm going to look at you and say, "Hey, Joe Burrow's looking pretty good."
It's great. I knew he would.
He's looking at like, they won another game, Jace. I think might be a chance.
And I'm gonna pray every day. Go sit down.
But there may not be a Patrick Mahomes. And you're gonna get more and more. You're gonna buy in.
Mahomes or no Mahomes,
you're gonna buy in. You're gonna buy in. That's not true. You have a good record against Mahomes, but it's not perfect.
We have the best record against Mahomes.
But you still have losses. Don't do that.
Oh, I'm sorry. How many times Josh Allen beat him? Fuck out my face, bitch.
In the playoffs, none.
Oh.
Okay, I'm just saying.
We're 5-3 against them in the regular season. That's also better than the Bills. Fuck out my face.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Josh Allen ain't even sniffed an AFC championship.
Okay. All right. So without a doubt, you are not going to watch the Bengals the rest of the year. No matter how good Joe Burrow does, no matter how close. I just want you to say this on the record because a few weeks from now, you'll be back in. You'll be like, oh, see what Joe Burrow did yesterday? Oh, my God. And I'll be like, yeah, I know.
I'll watch the highlights afterwards.
See, that's cheating.
Is that cheating?
You just don't want to watch it live.
No, not a shadow of a doubt. I will not watch that game live. Oh,
I'll
look at the stats, see how everybody did. I'm not watching the game. I refuse. I can't do it no more. I can't do it no more. I cannot do it anymore. I am so tired of the Bengals. The Bengals need to know you guys are fucking this up. You are fucking up. Joe Burrow is a generational quarterback. He is a generational quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
The other two quarterbacks that were drafted in his class aren't even as close to good as he is. Justin Herbert and Tua Tagovailoa.
Herbert's as good of a talent, but he doesn't know how to do it on the football field consistently.
He has none of the success. Joe Burrow in his second year of playing fucking football in the NFL was in a goddamn Super Bowl.
Was it second or third year?
It was his second fucking year.
It was more than that.
No, it was not. We drafted Jamar Chase the year after because Justin Jefferson got drafted the year before, same class as Joe Burrow.
Okay.
Second fucking year, we're in the goddamn Super Bowl. The third fucking year, we're in the goddamn AFC Championship. You know what happened after that third year? You didn't pay your defensive players. They all left.
Yeah, for sure.
Jesse Bates, the all-pro fucking safety, who legitimately was the cornerstone of our defense.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Let him walk.
And then you continue to piss Hendrickson off until he doesn't want to play with you anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then you stop drafting as well.
And then somehow Eli Apple left the team and you got worse.
Dude. And then it fun fact, we fired our GM.
Oh, he fired defensive coordinator too. Have to add that in there too.
After 2020, he got fired. I need to point that out. That 2020 draft class was our last draft class that was really fucking good. We got Joe Burrow, T. Higgins, Logan Wilson, Cam Taylor-Britt, a couple other really impactful players, right?
Mm-hmm.
We drafted Dax Hill the next year.
Yep.
No, the year after that. It was Jamar Chase. Then, my bad, it was Miles Murphy.
Miles Murphy was the second-round pick.
Nope.
No, he was the first-round pick.
Pick 31.
Yeah.
Then Dax Hill.
Shamar Stewart.
Nope. Marius Mims.
Oh, yeah. Which is fine.
He's working out.
Yes.
And then Shamar Stewart.
Not as a left tackle like you want him to be, though.
And that's fine. Real quick.
Not necessarily.
No. When the Bengals line is as bad as it is, I'm okay with just somebody working.
Yeah, but you still need a left tackle. Like Orlando Brown is like
he's getting old,
falling off a cliff.
That's the problem. Is we got him back when he was like 29.
Right.
Now he's 34. He's getting older. He's not as quick.
Right.
And it's starting to show because he's the one that led up the sack.
Yeah.
But again, we draft somebody that worked. He's just worked out.
Mm-hmm.
He's working out. In his
So you have to accept that, even if it's not how you want it to be.
Murphy never even sniffed the field because
he is now. He's actually playing decently.
Yeah, that's great. We drafted another athletic specimen, which is what Miles Murphy was. He was an athletic freak.
Mm-hmm.
He had no stats on the field.
He did have more stats than Stewart, which is not a high bar.
Real quick, more than zero is just
not
one.
a high bar. Not a high bar.
And then Daxo, who this nigga benefited from cheating because he knew the play.
Yeah, true.
I know the play. What do I have to worry about?
No question.
But again, those are picked 31 and 30.
Mm-hmm.
They were low picks.
Mm-hmm.
Stewart was 17. Mims, I think, was 15. But again, for what he's turned out to be, I'm okay with that.
That's fine. That's a dub. That's a dub.
That's fine.
Yeah.
GM needs fired again.
Yeah.
But again, all the
GM needs fired. Coach needs fired.
Yes, the defensive players that we're having a problem with, Luanarumo knew how to use properly.
Yeah.
Cam Taylor-Britt only started getting worse after Luanarumo was fired.
And Luanarumo's killing it with the Colts.
He knew how to
He knows how to coach. And I don't think your defense coordinator is bad now. I really don't. I think he's a good defense coordinator.
I think Luanarumo had better pieces. I just think that dude, you have nothing to work with.
There's nothing now.
Jordan
Yeah.
Battle is great.
That's
a
it.
Great player. I think he's a very, very good player. He's just,
Brandon Knight's young. Your linebackers are young, but they're talented. They just don't know where to go. They're just not where they need to be at all times.
Loveland was downfield several fucking times, and one of them niggas was always chasing.
That is the one problem I have with Battle, because Battle did have a chance to make that tackle. He didn't make it, and that was the game-winning touchdown. Even though they still had a chance to go down the field and get the field goal to win the game anyway, but still, not making that tackle made it that much worse.
But again, we're not drafting well.
No.
And it's really hard to fuck up a top 5 pick.
Right.
Just don't pick a Trey Lance or Zach Wilson.
Right. As long as you don't mess with a quarterback, you're going to get a really good player at the top 5 pick.
We're not picking a fucking quarterback.
Exactly.
So it is almost impossible to fuck
Either
this up.
trade the pick for somebody that's stupid,
Trade
or
the pick for a fucking haul for somebody who wants a quarterback,
or go just sit and take somebody.
You take the best motherfucking player you can get,
Yeah.
and with that, you're gonna have an early second-round pick.
As long as they're not a wide receiver.
You don't fucking need one. With that early second-round pick, take a defensive player. That early second-round pick is a great pick. Take a fucking DB.
You literally should go all defense or offensive line.
With that first-round pick, needs to be a defensive player. That second-round pick should probably be an O-lineman.
Yeah. The thing is, with offensive linemen, there's a huge drop-off between first-round and second-round picks. Mm-hmm. So, if there's a no-doubt offensive lineman in the top 10, you should probably take him.
I agreed, but with that second-round pick, I'm more leaning to, hey, go find a really good fucking center. Our center is so fucking bad that it makes me want to cry.
You shouldn't use a second-round pick on a center.
Then go find a guard.
A guard or anything else. Anything. Yeah.
And then with the rest of the picks in the NFL draft.
Defense.
I just need defense. Our defensive line is fine. They're fine. There's nothing overtly wrong with them.
You need a cornerstone now. You need a real defensive end.
The passer. When the years where we just had Sam Hubbard, he could do that. He could get after him. He was not a superstar. The best he was going to give you was 11.
Right, for sure.
And that's fine. But then you had a guy like Trey Hendrickson next to Sam Hubbard.
That's your
Now,
superstar.
his numbers go down to right around 8 or 9. But now there's somebody getting after him. There's somebody going in.
Yeah.
And then, oh my God, I can't even remember the last good defensive tackle we had. It was Geno Atkins. 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Geno Atkins been out of the league long enough. This nigga's up for the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Please. Draft somebody.
Look, I get it.
Defensive tackles are not hard to come by.
Just take the biggest, freakiest guy you could probably get, and you'll be
Those
fine.
are the guys who can be athletic freaks.
Yeah, because they don't have to do a lot. They just stop the run.
Oh man.
If they can be great run stuffers, it's a good start.
And be like, hey, bro, gain 40 pounds and put his ass in the middle. He'd be great right
You know what's crazy? That actually wouldn't be a
great.
terrible idea.
He'd be amazing.
Because he does not have the get off of a defensive
He's
end.
not fast enough. He's too slow. He had everything. I went back and looked at it because I was just wondering what makes him so fucking bad. His 40 was shitty. And I started looking at Myles Garrett. I was like, this nigga ran a 4.6. I was like, you ran a 5.2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see the problem. You're slow.
Yeah, for sure.
That's your problem. You're slow. You can't get off fast enough for the O-lineman. O-lineman's faster than you. No. Maybe this week we could put his ass to the left side. You're bigger than Will Campbell.
Will Campbell's good enough to where you're not going to be able to do it with just, you have to be able to have some speed. You have to have something that you're going to overpower him with. Mm-hmm. And I just don't think he has it. I just don't.
Mark Stewart, his
man.
I get it.
If you don't fucking stuff his little
But
arm
Campbell
ass,
does have quick feet, though. Like, that's
great.
not his
great,
issue.
That's great. You were strong as fuck. You was big as fuck. This is the game where I better see a goddamn sack. You better shove your goddamn
so.
hand straight into his face.
But that's the point. Because even if you get past him, Drake May's running away.
Yeah, there's no one on the inside to get
His Drake May's going to run.
You know, you're right. Miles Murphy's gotten better.
He hasn't been terrible. He hasn't. He's been playing
But
fine.
again, not terrible in this Bengals offense is not a starter anywhere else.
Oh, yeah, no question. No question. All right, moral of the story. You don't want the Bengals to win anymore. You want Joe Burrow to not even play. You want him just to be ready for next year. But that's not going to happen. Just like I know the Steelers aren't going to waste the rest of their season and go get it. Right, exactly, and lose the first round of the playoffs. That's exactly what's going to happen. But that's it. That's it for the story, and let's go ahead and get into the games now. Even though with all that going awry, we're still only at an hour 20. Not even that bad. We're actually making good time.
You ready for every game picks?
Oh, Buffalo, Houston. We had to react to that game last night. Very good game. Josh Allen got sacked 8 times last night, which is the record for the most times Josh Allen's been sacked in a football game. That Houston defense is absolutely scary. They're so good. The only thing that really worked for Buffalo for the most part in this game was running the football. Cook did fine, 116 yards rushing off 17 carries and a touchdown. And Josh Allen, they threw for yards, but it was empty calories because they couldn't get enough points throughout the game, especially at the end. That Texans defense is absolutely scary. They get after you. Their defensive line is insane. And even though when they weren't letting up on Buffalo for just trying to not let them get the big play over top, they make all of the windows very small. And every time Josh Allen felt like he wanted to breathe in the pocket, there was somebody in his lap ready to take him down. And here's the thing. I was such a believer in Houston early on in the year, and they burned me so many times. And then CJ got hurt, so then I was like, I wanted to pick Houston, but I didn't want to be the stupid person that picked Houston, and then they lost to Buffalo and Josh Allen because then you look just like an idiot. So I am very happy to be wrong about Houston winning that game. I really am, because I really like Houston. I really like CJ Stroud, and I think hopefully CJ will be able to play next week. But Davis Mills played fine. 153 yards, 16 of 30. You know, I wouldn't say fine. First half, he was absolutely terrible. He missed 3 or 4 different times wide receivers for touchdowns. All you had to do was throw it on their numbers, and he would have gotten it, and he didn't do so. Woody Marks, their running back, is actually turning into a decent back that can get some really tough yardage for them. Nico Collins did exactly what he needed to do. Christian Kirk had a great game, 5 catches, 54 yards. Jaden Higgins, the guy they drafted in the second round to be their guy opposite of Nico, 4 catches, 38 yards, and a touchdown. He's turning into a guy that can play very well. And this is with Davis Mills, who really can't hit a pass all the time like he needs to. Once they get CJ back in there, if they can they've been showing the offensive line that they can do a little bit better protecting him. Throw CJ in there. I think this might be a team that can really take off and make the playoffs. I really do. Because that defense is insane. Defense is absolutely insane. And I love watching what they did to Josh Allen last night. He looked I don't think I've ever watched Josh Allen be that uncomfortable because of what the defense was doing. When he's throwing picks, when he's doing it to himself, that's one thing. But you could truly say that Houston made him feel uncomfortable. So a lot of credit to Houston. That defense is insane. Oh, and by the way, those uniforms, that all red uniform that they have with the helmet, might be one of my favorite uniforms in the league.
That is the best uniform.
That thing is sick.
I don't know. The Bengals
love
cocaine white is really nice.
Bengals cocaine white's
with
very
the black
good.
Stripes, I like it.
But that Houston uniform last night, all red, was awesome. I really liked it.
Ugh, fuck, these games are nasty.
All right, that's all. You don't have anything else in that game, Jace?
No, I want to fucking die looking at these games.
Let's go ahead and start talking about games then.
Why are 3 of these games Cleveland, Las Vegas, Jacksonville, Arizona, and fucking Atlanta at New Orleans?
Yeah, you're telling me.
All right, first game, you got Pittsburgh at Chicago. I'm taking Chicago.
See, this is the problem. Pittsburgh wins the game last week in a good way. Makes me feel some confidence, and then I want to go ahead and pick Pittsburgh in this game.
By all means.
I'll take Pittsburgh. I'm going to get hurt.
Or you won't.
It's going to hurt me. It probably will. But, they played very well. If the defense keeps playing like they did last week, I think they can really get after Caleb Williams. And I really do think they can make some, really do some things. But, I'm willing to be hurt again. Why not? I'm a sucker for it every single goddamn time. And on top of that, Chicago, even though they run the football very well, I think the Steelers have been showing they're doing a lot better against the run. And if they don't have a run game that they can rely on in Chicago, they have to rely a lot more on Caleb Williams, and that has not gone well for them this year. So even though Caleb has done well when they've asked him to throw, but it's just when they haven't thrown all of it on his plate.
In the next 3 years.
They might. I don't think he's been bad. I think he's shown he can be a starter in the NFL. I just don't know if he's.
Chicago wants at this point.
They want a superstar. I don't think he's that. I don't think he's going to be a superstar. But again, sometimes it takes a little while for it to cook in the oven to kind of bake and come together. But I just don't think that's the case. I'll take Pittsburgh. Next game.
New England at Cincinnati. I took New England.
Me too.
I have no reason to trust Cincinnati, especially without Jamar Chase.
Yeah, Did you like that he lied right after, like he wasn't going to get caught? I felt like that was a stupid part. Like, just tell the truth. Like, there's cameras everywhere in that stadium. So there was a camera that was going to get you spitting on Ramsey. I just felt like it was stupid. You just don't lie. Tell the truth.
Swung on his ass like AJ Green did. I don't know why you fucking did this. AJ Green was punching helmet.
I would respect swinging on him a lot more.
I don't know.
Spitting's the one universal thing you don't do.
I don't know what the fuck Ramsey does to the Bengals receivers where he pisses them off just enough.
He does to everybody.
Because real quick, he had Jamar Chase heated during the fucking Super Bowl too. Then he switched off on a T. Higgins. Had fucking T. Higgins heated. So he just fucking gets to them. And I don't know, man.
Just swing on them. You don't have to
just
spit.
Swing on him. Fuck it. If you're going to suspend it, swing on him. We're not winning anyway.
Well, here's the thing. If you swing on him, you'll get suspended for the game, but you're not going to get suspended the next game. Yeah. Which is a problem. Like, they just don't spit. Like, it's such an easy thing.
All right. Next time you have the New York Giants at Detroit. I took Detroit since without Jackson Dart and no Cam Scatterboo, that team just has no spark.
But they have Jameis. And he showed them last week he can make all the throws and then make the one bad pick in the worst spot and lose you the football game.
Jameis, for the first 3 quarters, shows you why he could be a starting quarterback.
Yeah.
And then this nigga throws a pick. Fucking 2 minutes left in the game.
And he does it with personality, too. It makes it so much worse. It makes you like him. And then it's like, oh, Jameis, not now. Jameis.
It's just the disappointment. Jameis,
come on. You were so close. I'm taking Detroit, even though I'm really, get Dan Campbell calling the plays. The first game was great because they were playing against a terrible Washington team. But then last week, they went a 1 14 on 3rd and 4th down. Maybe, I don't know. I just think maybe Dan Campbell's trying to prove he's a smarter guy than what he is. Like, when he's just a head football coach, I think he's very good at what he does. But him thinking that he's going to be able to fix the offense by calling the plays doesn't seem like it's going to work long term.
I agree. It will not.
So even though the Giants defense is bad enough to where it'll look okay again, but I just think that, hopefully, why am I forgetting his name now? For Detroit. Quarterback. Goff. Hopefully he can start feeling a little more comfortable because what that Eagles defense did to him last week, it was scary. That's the one thing I can't give the Eagles. Like, their defensive line is back to being, killing everybody again.
Next game, you got Minnesota at Green Bay.
I'm taking Green Bay.
Because that team seems to no longer believe in McCarthy.
McCarthy's bad. He's so bad. He'll have one drive a game that makes you like, oh, maybe that could be something.
Man, it's almost like we both said this him coming out of college. Real quick, he's bad.
I know.
He's not that good.
No, he's not.
And you said it.
He's inaccurate.
I watched the game. You said it. Justin Jefferson just don't seem to be. He ain't up for it. And real quick.
And they're not getting rid of Justin Jefferson. He's staying. He's not going nowhere.
No. I think we may see the next great receiver want to leave Minnesota. They do it a lot.
They're so bad. He's so bad. He's so bad. They don't trust him at all.
No.
And he can't hit.
How can you?
He can't hit the fucking broadside of a barn, man.
No, you can't trust him, dude.
He's not consistent. He literally sits at 50% completion percentage. Now you just can't do that in the NFL. You just can't. And here's the problem. I think I heard somebody make this comparison because the offense coordinator / head coach for Minnesota, I'm forgetting his name, but it doesn't really matter. And then you compare him to Stefanski for San Fran. Stefanski wants to run the football. He'll run the football all fucking day, right? But the guy for Minnesota, he wants to throw the football around. So, that's what he wants to do. He is not going to sit there and be like, hey, we're just going to run the football 30 times this game and keep.
The problem is their offense is tailored to throwing the football. They don't have like a tight end who can block. T.J. Hawkinson can kind of do it, but it's not really what his bread and butter is. They have 2 elite receivers.
They're throwing the football. That's what they want to do. So they can't even sit there like, hey, we're just going to rely on the run game today because they don't have a running back that can do so. They don't have a dominant offensive line that can run the football like that. And it doesn't make.
They're now fucked because their quarterback can't throw.
And he's not getting better.
Nope.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
Next game, you have Seattle at Tennessee.
Seattle. Tennessee is one of the worst teams in the NFL. They played very tough last week against who'd they play last week?
Cam Warner's so fucking good.
Texans. They played very tight against them.
He's so good.
And he's so good.
He's on such a bad team, and I'm starting to feel really bad because goddamn, or is he fucking talented?
No weapons. The offensive line sucks. Defense is awful.
I had like a couple questions about him coming out, but he is fucking.
He's so good,
to me, dude.
You just gotta hope that the team does not ruin his confidence. Once by the time they do get the players in, hopefully you don't ruin him. Sure. So that's all you have to hope for because they're like Cam Ward is very good. That team is not. And Seattle, they're just gonna have JSN catch the ball 8 to 10 times for over 100 yards and a touchdown.
Hey,
and
I don't give a fuck what kind of catch he made. He's not Odell.
That one catch on the sideline, the one-handed. Oh my god!
Not as good as Odell.
I don't give 2 fucks. He's more
not
consistent.
As good as Odell.
He's unstoppable.
It's not as good as Odell.
He's unstoppable.
It's not as good as Odell.
What?
Fuck you.
What?
Not as good as Odell.
You just don't want to give Jason his credit.
No, he can have his credit. Fuck you, but it wasn't as good as Odell.
It doesn't matter. He doing everything else.
No. We were doing a job the other day, and I heard a kid go, throw it up and catch it like JSN, and I about tweaked.
But think about the kid. They don't know what Odell was so long ago.
And I'm about to go show him if he says that shit again. I'm about to go show him.
Jason's a monster, man. He's so good. But yeah, Seattle's going to nuke Tennessee and be up by 30 in the first quarter.
It was not as good as Odell. Fuck you.
No, it's not. No, that one catch is not as good as Odell. But I think he's a more all-around receiver, though. JSN can play the inside. He can play the outside. He can route you up. He can beat you over the top. I think he's a more all-around better receiver. Because guess what?
Fuck you.
Guess where he went? Wide receiver you.
I'm sorry. Do you have one of the top receivers in the NFL right now?
Yes, we do, actually.
Do you have several?
JSN is the leading yards receiver right now and catches. Yes, we do, actually.
He has 2 Triple Crown winners in the last 5 years.
I don't give. Nope. Chase won the Triple Crown. Justin Jefferson did not. Fuck you. Wide receiver you is in Ohio State. Next game, Indy going to Kansas City.
I'm taking Indy.
I'm going to take Indy too. I want to believe in this moment because this is the final nail in the Kansas City fucking coffin. If Kansas City loses this game, they are not making the goddamn playoffs. Like, there is no chance they make it.
My only fear is Kansas City goes out and just fucking dog.
That's
Indiana.
I'm so fucking scared.
My only fear is Kansas City goes out there, puts belt to fucking ass.
They're not going to do it to the defense. I think the defense for Indianapolis is actually pretty decent.
They won't. They will not. But what if they do?
Or what if Daniel Jones has a Daniel Jones moment and he throws a bunch of picks? I'm just like I want
the variables for this team that I have never questioned. I'm not questioning Indiana all year.
They can run the football very well. Their defense is fine, not amazing, but they're fine.
Yeah, they can run the football really well against Texans, the Titans.
But Kansas City doesn't have a great defense. They can't really stop the run like that.
But again,
the only thing you have to make sure you don't do is don't let Patrick Mahomes heat up and beat you for 300 yards.
Dude,
just do that, and you're going to win the football game.
I have not once questioned this team all year. I have no reason to.
They're really good. They're a solid football team, and they can put the final nail in the coffin.
Kind of team, I can't count Kansas City out.
I know I can't. They've done it too many times.
I can confidently say Indianapolis is going to win. In the
fourth
quarter, 32 seconds left.
But
and they have the ball.
Yeah.
Then I can say they're going to win.
Yeah, I know. I totally get it.
Until then, this is a tentative of, but what if?
I'm fucking scared. I'm just like, put the final nail in the coffin. I don't want to.
Don't let off.
I'm okay watching anybody else in the AFC go play for a Super Bowl. I'm fine. Oh, Patriots, no. They don't deserve to have happiness. They really don't. And they're getting it.
Okay with watching the Bengals compete for a Super Bowl?
They're not fucking making the playoffs.
You weren't the first time.
I was happy for you.
No. You said, I don't want them to win. I don't want to live in the world where the Bengals have a Super Bowl yet.
No. Okay. Sorry. That was.
No. Verbatim. Those words came directly from your fucking
I
mouth.
said I don't think
No,
I want to live in a world.
No. Don't make me pull it back up. Verbatim.
I was scared, bro.
I do not want to live in a world where the Bengals have a Super Bowl. Verbatim. That is what you said to me.
Yeah, I did say it. Okay.
That was the most hateful shit you have ever done. That was the most hating nigga shit you have ever done in your life. You hate. You had no reason for the Rams to win.
You have to understand.
No, fuck you.
You have to understand what you were at that point. You were a kid. You were a kid that did not know what true disappointment was in the face.
Been here. You several times tried to tell me to act like you've been here, and every time I was like, I've never fucking been here.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, I'm past the first round. This is new.
But every time, here's the thing: when you were having that moment, you wanted to shit down my throat. I was being happy for you, and you're like, "Fuck you, we're the amazing."
Bullshit! You were being happy. You were always on the fence. Real quick, through every playoff game, from the first one to the last one, you not once picked the Bengals.
They were the underdog in all those games. I had no reason to.
We beat the Ravens. Dog walked the fuck out of the Bills. We dog walked the fuck out of the Bills. We dog walked them so bad by the end of the second quarter, there was no reason to still be here.
I get it. Yeah, for sure.
And then going to the AFC Championship against the Chiefs, who we had dog walked in the regular season. After we just dog walked the dominant ass Bills who've been good all year, you still didn't pick us.
Yeah, I know.
We had beat the Chiefs by 40.
I know.
And you still didn't pick us.
I did not.
So you were telling me you didn't just fucking hate the entire fucking playoffs?
Maybe.
The entire playoffs. You just hated.
Okay,
hated,
all right.
Hated,
okay.
Hated. Joe Burrow got sacked 9 fucking times against the Titans. Nigga still put one out there and won by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I know.
Went out there next game. Still went out there and fucking balled out. Went out the next game. Still went out there and balled out.
Yeah.
He was sacked 22 times in 4 fucking games.
Yeah.
Not once were they close.
Okay.
Not once did you pick the Bengals. The Bengals gave you every reason to pick them. Joe Burrow didn't care if he was sacked. He didn't care if he was on the
They seemed like the team of destiny, and I was holding on.
We seem like team of destiny. We ain't lost in 10 fucking weeks. It wasn't just a run. It was after our bye week during week 7. Not another fucking game was lost.
Yeah, I know. Until the Super Bowl. I get it.
Not another game was lost to the Super Bowl. Team of Destiny. We're the only team to pick. You didn't pick the Bengals at all.
I didn't.
My bad. You picked the Bengals once. It was against the Browns, and we lost that game. Fuck you. Nick Chubb had like 300
Look,
on Halloween.
and this is where, okay, I would have to eat the fact that I was in a spot where I was like, do I want to live in a world where Jace is going to be able to shit down my throat every single goddamn day? Because I really did see a world where you won that Super Bowl, and then you call me or text me every single day. I won the fucking Super Bowl. Fuck you, nigga. And then getting that every single day for the rest of time. It doesn't matter how many times you lose.
Yeah.
Every time.
Simple.
Guess what Joe Burrow has? You don't. A Super Bowl ring. That every time. So yes, maybe I let my fear of that come over me.
No, you were a hating ass nigga. I don't give a fuck what you say.
I think it's a combo of the two.
No, you were a hating ass nigga. Nope. Shut the fuck up. You were a hating ass nigga. You were a hating ass nigga. There is very few times in my personal life where you have just straight hated on my team.
Yeah,
hated on me
I know.
For fucking 10 weeks straight. You were a hating ass nigga. You were a hating ass nigga. You were not giving the Bengals credit for anything. I distinctly remember you picked us to lose against Vegas one week. And I looked at you and went, are you fucking serious? When Vegas was decent in 2022, 2021, they were decent.
Mm-hmm.
We played them, right?
Mm-hmm.
We had to,
They saw Derek Carr then, yeah, for sure.
We had to beat them to get to the playoffs. If we didn't beat them, we weren't making it.
Mm-hmm.
We proceeded to beat the fuck out of them.
Yeah.
You did not pick us to win that game.
No, I didn't. I let my hate get the best of me. It is what it is. But here's what I'll say. No matter how much hating I did, this is one thing I can say without a shadow of a doubt. How you lost that Super Bowl, I would not have wished my worst enemy. How you lost it, I felt instantly terrible. There was no hint of happiness that you lost that Super Bowl whatsoever because of the way you lost it. Like if it was like a back and forth game and like it was like one of those things where you like, if you got destroyed, I'd be totally different because like it's like fine, we're not as good as them. It is how it ended, but the fact that it ended the way it ended,
It was a dogfight.
it was a dogfight that ended on a very bad, unfortunate play. I did not feel happiness that you lost that Super Bowl.
It wasn't.
I felt true sadness for you.
Aaron Donald for 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
Was the best player in the world.
Was the best player in the fucking world.
Yeah.
For 3 fucking minutes.
Yeah.
That nigga was untouched several times.
Yeah. Oh, and then the no look pass. One of the most cold passes I've ever seen made in my life in the NFL.
Things. If Odell never got hurt, that game wasn't as close as it was.
Oh yeah, no, sure, no doubt. Like
torching us.
Him along with Cooper Kupp, they were.
I think he got hurt middle of second quarter.
Yeah, but he was like the leading receiver at that point.
He had like 85 yards.
Yeah,
a touchdown. If he never gets hurt,
and they were walking up and down the field on you.
He never gets hurt. That game's nowhere near as close. Because now it was just focus Cooper Kupp.
And it still didn't help. It didn't matter.
He had like 150.
And he was Triple Crown winner, won the Super Bowl.
Dog. He was a dog.
Super Bowl MVP. He did everything.
In every aspect of the word, the Bengals did not deserve to be there yet.
Right.
We didn't deserve it.
Right.
Joe Burrow willed us there.
Yeah.
He had been sacked 22 times in fucking 4 games.
Yeah. It was
walked in as the underdogs.
The Joe Burrow effect. He did it for sure.
And goddamn, Smart JP Ryan could have caught that fucking ball.
Yeah.
No one could tell me he couldn't have.
He had a chance. He really did.
We were 5 yards away from the first down. I truly believe we would have got that first down. This game would have been a lot different.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
We were down 2. We were down 3. We were down 2. All we needed was a field goal.
Mm-hmm.
No, we were down 3. It was 20-23. We were down 3. All we needed was a field goal. And this game's going to overtime. And if Joe Burrow got that ball first, his ball was never going back.
Yeah, I get it. And yeah, because that was before the rule change of both teams get to have it at least once.
He showed it to the Chiefs. He got the ball first in overtime.
Yeah, and ended it.
Ball
yeah.
never came back.
Yeah, no question.
I think about that. I wake up in cold sweats thinking about the fucking Super Bowl.
I know. And again, if it happened again, I don't think I'd be nearly as much of a hater.
You were a hating ass nigga.
Okay, all right, I get it. Fine.
I can't let you have that. I'm not gonna let you say you were scared. You were a fucking hater. The Bengals had given no one ever a reason to hate on them. I maybe gave you a reason to hate on them.
Yeah, you did for sure.
But that wasn't until like the last 2 weeks of playoffs. Right?
You were
the game for the AFC Championship. I was on my high.
You were obnoxious as fuck.
I ain't never been here before. How do I act?
I get it, but it was bad.
That's fine.
That part was bad.
That's fine. Again, I was a little younger. I was 17.
Yeah.
So again, I was a little younger.
But this is what I'll say. If it happened again, I don't think I'd be nearly as much of a hater.
It almost did. The very next year.
True, but I'm saying if it happened again, like right now, I don't think I'd be nearly as like hating as much as I was then. I know.
I think the next series of playoffs was even more exciting because it was even harder.
Yeah.
You're talking Williams lost first round, and Sam Hubbard wouldn't have just bop. My bad. Logan Wilson hit it down. Sam Hubbard got the ball and just 98 yards. That was his second to last play as a Bengal, by the way.
Insane.
Next game, you got the Jets at
Baltimore.
All right, now these are the games.
Do you know Tyrod Taylor's starting that game, by the way? They're sitting Justin Fields. Because they think that he is the only problem with that team, and that is where I don't agree with them. Again, I've been saying this all year. Justin Fields has his part as to why they have not been playing well, but he is not the only reason. That offensive line has been absolute dog shit, and they haven't had Garrett Wilson in the past 2 or 3 weeks. And to be totally honest, the only reason that the game they played last week, hold on, who did they play last week? The only reason they were in the game last week against the Patriots, there was even a chance they had an opportunity to get the job done, was because his running ability. But guess what you're not going to get with that with Tyrod Taylor? He can't run like that no more. He's a little bit older of a quarterback. And even when he was in his prime, he wasn't necessarily running like that. So when it comes to, I just don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's a terrible organization. Terrible. I'm not even going to say terrible teams. They have talented guys, but they got rid of 2 of their best players on defense. So I'm just sitting there just keep losing. Maybe that's it. Maybe they just want to make sure they lose games. Throw Tyrod out there and
I don't think they ever really trusted Justin Fields.
They didn't. But again, if this is how it's going to go, Why did you pay him $30 million in guaranteed dollars?
He could have stayed on the Steelers.
And I don't know. I don't know. There's only been one time I've seen Justin Fields play, and he's been awesome. And it was with the Steelers, and unfortunately, they didn't even believe in it either, and they sat him for a terrible Russell Wilson, which didn't go how they wanted it to. Mm-hmm. But no, Baltimore wins that game. They're a much better team. And then coming off of their bad loss they had was it a loss or they win? No, sorry, the win against the Browns almost felt like a loss because of how bad it was. I think Baltimore is going to want to come out and win this game without much of an issue.
I agree. Next game, you got...
oh, gross. Cleveland at Las Vegas. Yeah. Oh, my God.
You got Cleveland at Vegas. So I didn't pick this game because I don't know how to pick this game.
Shador is going to be their starting quarterback for Cleveland.
But Vegas is so fucking bad.
They're so bad.
Geno is... Holy shit, Geno's done.
And that Cleveland defense is awesome.
Yeah, so I'm gonna.
And the Vegas offensive line is awful.
Because also Quinton Judkins, it's a monster.
If they can just have a decent passing game to go along with the run game, I think they could be fine.
Cleveland.
I'm gonna go Cleveland too.
I don't trust Vegas.
The only thing Vegas has in their favor is Brock Bowers, and that Cleveland defense is good enough to where they can actually slow him down.
They can slow him down, not stop him.
And do I trust Geno to make the right decision on game?
I don't trust Geno to make decisions.
I don't trust him at all. I was a Geno believer to start the year, and I had to take that L. Because he's just been awful this year. So I'm going to take Cleveland because I think their defense, and Myles Garrett is on a little bit of a generational run here. It is a lot of bad teams he's facing while doing it, but he is on a little bit of a...
Myles Garrett stat padding, but Jonathan Taylor is skill.
It's harder to do that as a running back.
Nigga, the Titans. Real quick, you take 5 teams. This nigga has 4 touchdowns.
Okay, let me do the math real quick. Just go with me on this math problem, right? There's one running back. Mm-hmm. You're facing a whole 11 people on defense that is trying to stop you.
Yeah.
Okay? As a defensive end, one offensive tackle trying to stop you, maybe 2.
On the Titans.
The defensive tackle. What am I forgetting his name?
Great. Hey, there's 7 of his touchdowns right there.
Yeah, I understand. I do. I get it. We don't have to go on that. But again, does the math problem I just said make sense though?
No.
It's harder to do that when you have a whole defense trying to stop you. I really don't want to go down this whole song and dance again. So let's just go ahead and just not have the argument anymore. Let's just agree to disagree. Let's just go ahead and go on to the next game. What is it? Jacksonville at Arizona. It's another game without Kyler Murray. Oh, by the way, I didn't mention the Steelers. Aaron Rodgers partially broke his left wrist. He's questionable to play this Sunday because, again, if he can use his right hand to throw, why don't you? But he's like 40-something years old, and I don't think Mason Rudolph's all that much worse than he is, to be totally honest with you. I think Mason Rudolph can easily come into a game and play well enough to win the game. So my pick stays the same either way, even without Aaron Rodgers. Jacksonville, Arizona. Still no Kyler, I don't think. Jacksonville's fine, but they haven't been great. Is Marv back? Because I know he got appendicitis. He had to get his appendix removed, which is why he missed last week. But he should be able to come back for this week?
Yeah, I'm going Jacksonville.
Jonah Barron. I'm seeing some really good players on their defense not playing. And Jonah Williams is out. I'm going to go ahead and go with... And Will Johnson's questionable. I'm going to go with Jacksonville as well. It's just... Jacksonville's not been consistent at all, but I just think Arizona has enough missing from their team to where, even with Marv, I think Jacksonville should probably win the game. Next game, Philadelphia at Dallas. I'm taking Philly. Like I've been mentioning all podcasts long, that defensive line is back to being scary again.
Hey, George Pickens is like so good.
George Pickens is very good. And
the problem just Schittsburg?
Maybe. Maybe that is the case, but here's the problem. Are they going to want to pay him the money he's going to want to look for?
No.
Or are they going to want to throw the franchise tag on him for next season? And that's where the problem will start, because as soon as he feels like something's not going his way, things may start going the way that the Steelers saw, and things will go terribly from there. But as of right now, he's been awesome, unstoppable. Dak and him, they throw the football to him a lot, and he's making a lot of big plays. I can't take that away from him, but I just think I never said it was going to go terribly to start, but it'll get there. So let's go ahead and go to the next game here.
You have Atlanta at New Orleans.
Atlanta with Kirk Cousins. Do I believe that they can win that game?
More New Orleans.
I think I might have to because New Orleans, they still have the young quarterback that they have, even though he's old, at least for being a rookie. I'm going to take Atlanta. They're a better football team. I think they should be able to get the win on that, but who knows? New Orleans could definitely win that game.
You have Tampa Bay at the Los Angeles Rams.
Ooh.
I'm taking the Rams.
Tampa isn't healthy.
That's why I'm taking the Rams.
I'm going to take the Rams, and not to mention that defense looked so dominant last week against Seattle. I just don't think Tampa Bay can mess with the Rams the way that Seattle could, and the Rams' defense still looked dominant. So I don't think Baker's going to throw 4 interceptions, though. But I think
it'll be close.
The Rams' offense is on a different level right now.
Yeah.
So I'll take the LA Rams. They can run the football. They can throw it. They have everything on their side. They should be able to win that game. Sunday night, too, will be a good, big game. Last but not least, Carolina at San Francisco. That game is gross. That game is gross. I took
San Fran. Bryce Young's so up and down.
Bryce Young had his best game as a pro last week. He had like 450 yards passing.
What about the week before?
That's true. And Ted McMillan,
he's good.
I hate this. Like, you were not a believer. I think I was more a believer in him than you were coming out. You thought he was a lot like Drake London. But I'm like, he has a little bit of a juice to him that even Drake London doesn't have. And Ted McMillan's legit.
That I was wrong. He is a lot better than I thought he was.
No, for sure. You own that. You own that for sure. Ted McMillan's legit.
He is.
I don't think San Fran has a defensive player that can stop him.
I don't, but I also think
why am I forgetting? You just literally said his name to me, and I'm forgetting his name already. Bryce Young. Which Bryce Young is going to show up?
Yes. And with that, I'm going to go with San Fran.
And Carolina's defense is not going to be able to stop San Fran. I think George Kittle is back to playing it. What he needs to do. Christian McCaffrey
and Purdy are back.
And Purdy played very well last week. As long as Purdy doesn't feel like he needs to overextend himself to go win a football game, because it's the Panthers, they're going to win this game without much of an issue. They're going to destroy them. So I'm taking San Fran to win that game. That's all the games. That's all I got on that. And then the bye week teams are Denver's on bye, Miami's on bye, Chargers are on bye, which they definitely need because they've been having a lot of bad losses in a row, and then Washington as well. So that's about it on all the games. Story-wise, there's nothing else that has come out since we started podcasting, so there's really nothing else to do. And let's go ahead and end the podcast here. So, if you're listening for a while, we appreciate you. If you're just now joining on, hopefully you like us and enjoy us enough to join us on this ride of talking about sports in the dumbest way possible. And if you do like us and enjoy us, if you could like our podcast, subscribe to the podcast, rate the podcast 5 stars wherever you listen to us. We're pretty much available on all audio platforms out there. We would definitely love if you can do that for us. Share us, friends, family, enemies, any way you feel like you can enjoy the podcast on a weekly basis that we put out a couple of times a week. We would love if you could do that. And then last but not least, follow us on Twitter and or X, whatever you'd like to call it. At JB Sports Pod is the podcast handle. At Javante Boozer is my handle. At Jace Boozer1 is Jace's handle. And I will hand it over to Jace so he can finish off the pod. That was my cleanest outro in a minute.
First off, I didn't say records before we started doing picks. I'm 97-52-1. Joe's 94-55-1.
3-game difference.
Wanted to say that on the podcast now. Thank you guys for listening. As for always listening, you have a nice day, nice night. Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all. See y'all next week.